Have you ever argued with someone who was completely, undeniably, 100% wrong, yet acted like they were a Nobel Prize winner? You bring out hard facts, logical evidence, and actual data. But instead of saying, "Oh, my bad," they just double down. They look at you with total conviction and say, "No, you just don't get it." It is infuriating. It's exhausting. And if we're being completely honest with ourselves, there is a 100% chance that at some point in your life, you were that exact same person. Welcome to the ultimate illusion of the human brain. Today, we are opening the hood on a fascinating cognitive glitch known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. We're going inside the neuroscience of why ignorant minds feel like geniuses, why high performers are silently crushed by self-doubt, and how your brain's pattern recognition tricks your logical CEO into feeling right when it is dead wrong. By the end of this video, you will hold the ultimate logic map to spot this cognitive trap in others, and more importantly, to unfold your own mind. Let's dive in.
To understand this mental breakdown, we have to look at one of the most famous charts in modern psychology. Imagine a simple graph. On the bottom horizontal axis, we have competence, how much you actually know about a topic. On the vertical axis, we have confidence, how much you think you know. Now, you would assume that as your competence goes up, your confidence slowly grows with it, right? Logical, linear. Except that's not how the human brain works at all. When you first learn a tiny sliver of information about something, whether it's crypto, psychology, politics, or fixing a car, your confidence doesn't slowly rise. It skyrockets straight to the top of the chart. Psychologists call this peak Mount Stupid. On top of Mount Stupid, you know just enough to have an opinion, but not enough to realize how massive the topic actually is. You feel like an absolute expert because your brain hasn't encountered the complexity yet. So why does the brain build this giant peak of fake confidence? To fix the machine, we have to look at the neuroscience.
Inside your brain, you have a high-level cognitive manager sitting in your prefrontal cortex. This manager has a special job called metacognition. Metacognition is simply thinking about thinking. It's the brain's internal quality control system that asks, is my logic solid? Am I missing information here? Here is the ultimate paradox that social psychologists Justin Kruger and David Dunning discovered. The exact same cognitive skills you need to be good at a task are the very same skills you need to realize you are bad at it. When you lack expertise in a domain, your metacognition doesn't just grade you poorly, it completely shuts down. Your internal quality control manager clocks out for the day. Without metacognition to flag errors, your brain hates empty space and cognitive load, so it uses its powerful pattern recognition engine to bridge the gaps. It stitches together 3 random facts you heard on a podcast, fills in the blanks with assumptions, and wraps it in a bow of complete certainty. Your brain actively rewards this shortcut with a hit of certainty dopamine. It feels comfortable to feel right. You aren't lying to the world. Your brain has successfully tricked you.
Now, what happens if you actually keep learning? What happens when you climb down Mount Stupid? Something painful occurs. As your actual competence increases, your confidence drops off a cliff. You plummet straight down into what psychologists call the valley of despair. This is where you realize just how vast the topic is. You realize how many variables exist, how many edge cases there are, and how much you still don't know. And this brings us to the fascinating flip side of the Dunning-Kruger effect, impostor syndrome. While incompetent people are sitting comfortably on Mount Stupid feeling like geniuses, true experts are sitting at the bottom of the valley of despair feeling like frauds. Because high performers have hyperactive metacognition. They assume that because something is easy or obvious to them, it must be easy and obvious to everyone else. They constantly undervalue their expertise. So the loudest person in the room often knows the least, while the most qualified person sits in the corner, doubting every word they say.
So how do we fix this broken feedback loop? How do we climb out of the valley of despair and reach the stable slope of enlightenment without getting stuck on Mount Stupid? Here are 3 neuroscience-backed cheat codes to audit your own mind. Cheat code number 1, the "what would change my mind" test. The moment you feel 100% certain about an opinion, force your prefrontal cortex to answer this single question. What specific piece of new data would prove me wrong? If your immediate answer is nothing, you aren't using logic. You are standing on top of Mount Stupid. True expertise always leaves room for updated data. Cheat code number 2, kill the cognitive load, the Feynman technique. When we overcomplicate our explanations with buzzwords, we trick ourselves into feeling smart. Try explaining the concept out loud using simple 5th grade language or simple stick figure logic maps. If you can't explain it simply, your brain is disguising a lack of depth behind loud confidence. Cheat code number 3, praise "I don't know." Reframe "I don't know" from a sign of weakness to a badge of high metacognition. Saying "I don't have enough data to form an opinion on that yet" immediately pulls your brain out of the confidence trap and grounds you in real-world accuracy. If you take away nothing else today, remember this: uncertainty is not a sign of weakness. It is evidence of a sophisticated, highly active, and perceptive mind working through complexity. The next time you catch yourself feeling completely, undeniably certain about something complex, pause and laugh. You might just be enjoying the view from Mount Stupid. And that brings us to my coaching challenge for you today. Think of one topic or opinion you hold strongly right now. What is one small assumption inside that topic that you could research and question today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to see where you're actively auditing your own logic map. If you found this explainer helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other video on why your brain misinterprets exhaustion. Your amazing brain has done enough heavy lifting for today. Give it a break, and I'll see you in the next one.